Round 2 of On the Spot is going to be hosted by Jacob. Teams will be Tristan and Zach versus Brendan and Adam N. Full disclosure, like rally people, hopefully those teams work out. I didn't know any of you before you showed up, so I just paired you together randomly.
I'm scared about what Adam and Brendan's name is going to be. They were talking about this earlier.
If you're scared of what they'll come up with, that's a good sign for the show. So that's Zach.
Yes.
All right, I'm learning names.
You're Jacob.
Where's Tristan? Thank you, yeah. Where's Tristan?
He disappeared. Yeah.
What are the teams?
Like the
Teams are Adam and Zach and Tristan versus Brendan and Adam. Yep.
So
you're Brendan. So you're with Adam.
I was gonna say something. Why are you betraying me? Like, do you want that man? You can have that man.
I don't want that man.
Adams to Adams. That's Tristan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tristan is with
you ready to fail?
Zach.
I was born ready.
And you're the one who's leaving later as well?
Yeah.
What?
Yo, listen up. I hope you like it hot. Grab yourself a mug because I made a fresh pot.
Come on,
Come and get a dose of
wheel spin. He has to do that.
Come and get a dose of my kick butt Java.
We can
do a bit espresso or the cappuccino way. Sure to get your fix venti or grande. Sugar, Splenda, equal maybe sweet and low. Everybody's happy when they're hanging with Joe. Let's go!
Wow, I hate myself.
Caffeine!
You would have fit in great when we did Ruby karaoke here 2 years ago.
You guys did Ruby karaoke without me?
What's wrong with you? It was not as fun as it sounds, though. Really
I want to do Ruby
that sounds pretty
karaoke.
lit.
Put that in the schedule right now.
Why didn't you invite me?
I did. You said no.
We'll talk about that later. Right now, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of On the Spot for Nerd on the Streets Extra Life 2018 live stream. This is Rooster Teeth's game show that we are ripping off, and
I hope they enjoyed that.
here we've got our 2 teams. I'm gonna go. Team 1 is on this side. Sure. So this is introduce yourselves.
Hello. Me and Tristan are both percussionists, so our team name is the Noize Boize, spelled Noize Boize.
No, I got nothing.
All right.
Be sure to get the spelling right.
Of course I'm going to say it.
I don't want to mess with it.
All right.
I understand.
So
B-O-I-Z-E. B-O-I-Z-E. N-O-I-Z-E. B-O-I-Z-E.
Or probably team
Noize Boize.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the Noize Boize over here, and
we have our names.
say your names as well.
Oh, my name is Adam of the N variety.
I'm Brendan. Brendan!
His name is Brenda. Brendan, not Brenda. And we picked our name in order to
Brendan.
We picked our name in order to pay homage to one of the greatest series to have graced this world. We are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles.
Okay. All right.
Pokemon
so
forever.
We got the Noize Boize.
Trademark.
And, oh, thanks. I didn't get the reference. We got Noize Boize and Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles. Cool. Is there like a crossover fanfic that you read or anything for that?
There's a fan art meme I saw once.
Okay. So you're basing your team name off of a meme.
Yeah.
It's a great way to start.
Good.
So we'll go ahead.
Don't let your
what's our
memes be
first
dreams.
game
He doesn't
gonna
approve
be?
of memes. We figured that out.
Yeah,
right?
I don't approve of memes in general.
Great, we lost. You should probably rename us right now.
I mean, we don't have to make memes in our
Game
games.
1 is going to be Cunning Linguistics.
Oh,
This
boy.
is the game where we found family-friendly words in the Urban Dictionary, which Kirsten goes through great lengths to do. Thank you, Kirsten.
Thank you, Kirsten.
And
Thank you,
yeah,
Kirsten.
we've got the real definitions up on screen, but I don't even know what they are because I didn't watch this PowerPoint in advance. So you guys have to explain to me what you think the words are. I'm going to do it the Season 1 way, where every single person will get an opportunity to define every single word. We'll go, in order, depending on what team goes first. At the end, we will look at the definition, and whoever got closest and or whoever made me laugh the hardest will get the points. All right. So, yeah, unfortunately, you cannot force me to laugh by making a squeegee motion in the air. So it might be a little bit more difficult than making Helen laugh, but...
You sellouts.
Oh, wow, that was really...
Why? And
we
Helen's
knocked her out.
down. Let's get started.
She wasn't even laughing ahead of time.
Let's get started. Here's our first prompt. So starting with Team 1, the Noize Boize, absquatulate. They already showed me how to pronounce it, so that's a great start. Either one of you can go first. What do you think absquatulate means?
Do you have anything?
Something about squatting with your abs.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
good.
Squats that work your abs.
People who are into workouts do tend to make up weird names for things.
They do. They do.
So I can see that.
Yeah, no, like squats are usually for your legs, but I'm sure they found a way to make them work your abs.
I mean, yeah, maybe it's just doing both at once or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
It's-
can see that.
I was
That's
gonna go with something like
maybe it's like crunching
like,
while
trying to prove that
squatting.
Sasquatch doesn't
Crunching
exist.
while squatting.
You know,
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
That sounds
That
painful.
seems like it would be
think, Zach?
difficult in addition to painful.
Well-
might work your balance too.
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Wow. All right.
Adam is
You should be better at
demonstrating.
this than me.
Adam H off camera has decided it's impossible to do what we just described. With
Maybe
Makes
for
sense.
you.
squatting.
I'm gonna go with.
It probably isn't easy to do in socks on a cement floor.
What are you doing?
Oh my.
What are you going
Don't
with?
hurt
gonna
yourself,
break
Helen,
everything.
please.
I'm just.
Probably
I'm
good thing that
distracted.
isn't on camera.
Yeah. Please stop distracting our talent here. They're
It's,
trying to come up with.
It's a very
Oh.
specific cleaning method. So like if you have like a dish with like very hard like baked on residue and you gotta just
you didn't wash it when you should have.
Exactly. I had this experience a few days ago, and I had to squatulate a skillet, a stick-free skillet, mind you. It was a bad time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a very intense cleaning.
Okay, can you explain the etymology, or is it just like that's what it is and they just came up with it?
Squa is used in words like squeegee,
Okay,
which
all right,
can be used
fair.
to clean. So.
Yeah.
Hi, Helen. Helen is unamused right now.
All right.
I'm just trying to clean these windows.
So that was two very cut and dry definitions. Let's see what the other team has. Either of you care to define if those aren't the answer, which they might be. What do you guys think it might also be?
All right. Well, I look at this word, and it still starts with ab, like abnormal. You know, something being not normal or a lack of normality.
It's good.
And I see squatch, like Sasquatch. So I think this word means to absquatulate would be to try to prove the non-existence of Sasquatch.
Oh. You know, it kind of makes, well, yeah, I guess you can't prove things in science, but you try to disprove things to, like, narrow down. Isn't that something like...
I think
science
officially
works.
in science you can't disprove that, like, you can't prove that something doesn't exist. So these guys aren't necessarily trying to outright say this doesn't exist, more like it is extremely and highly unlikely for Sasquatch to exist. Because you can't really disprove anything
So
in
they're
science.
going around finding evidence that Sasquatches don't exist.
Right, like kind of taking the evidence that people say Sasquatch does exist and providing other explanations for it. So,
Okay.
like that. Trying to show there's no valid evidence to suggest that a Sasquatch does exist.
Like you found a giant footprint in the ground, and then they say, well, that's not actually a footprint,
Exactly.
not shaped like a foot.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, when I see ab, I think abnormal. And when I
Okay.
see squat, I think of squad.
Okay.
So,
Slightly different.
doing something abnormally in your squad and any
Okay.
type of team activity would be absquatulating.
And is
Therefore,
this-
when you're doing odd behavior, you are absquatulating in your group.
Is this like a negative thing? Like you don't want to absquatulate? and
No,
just
you
mess
don't.
things
You
up?
don't want to absquatulate.
Okay.
You want to be on point with your team.
Okay. Is this a sports thing, or is this like when you say squad? I'm thinking like,
anything,
is
like-
this like
like-
social squad, or is it like sport squad?
Anything that's like competitive team event.
Competitive.
So
okay.
like when Zach starts
So-
doing weird dancing and Tristan just kind of stares at him.
Yeah, they're absquatulating very hard.
Okay, that makes sense.
What competitive thing is he dancing during? Like you're
Competitive
part of the
dance.
squad?
On the spot.
Yeah, right now.
All right. Wow.
That rave was actually competitive.
Observe as we.
Uh-oh. Not the first time
See,
we've
he's
had
already
dancing on this
absquatulating
show.
right here on the show.
Right here. On the spot.
Live demonstration.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right. Well, let's see what the definition is for that one.
To leave abruptly.
Leave squad abruptly.
Okay. So we had the abnormal stuff, and then what was your guys' again?
Mine was cleaning intensely.
Mine was workout stuff.
Okay. I do think that I'm gonna have to go with, what was your team name again?
Teenage Mutant
Teenage
Ninja
Mutant
Squirtles.
Ninja Squirtles, right. I think the Ninja Squirtles over here got closer. 'Cause
Yeah.
when you're leaving a squad or something, that's
Leaving the squad tactics.
those words are easier to say in
Squirtle
the
Squad.
same sentence than whatever they said. All right, we'll move on to the next word.
Yeah.
So that goes to. All right, so next one is pangendrum.
What's up with the pan words? We had pandiculate in the last one.
Pangendrum.
Pangendrum.
How do you pronounce this?
Pangendrum.
Pangendrum. We're gonna start with the Ninja Squirtles on this one. So whenever one of you is ready to tell me what a pangendrum is, possibly also offer a pronunciation guide. Or if it just depends on your accent or whatever, how you pronounce it. It's a regional thing, you know, Europe adds an extra U in there somewhere. Any ideas at all? Any point?
So I believe this word finds its origins from a person named Jan who was using a pan and really just started to beat on it a lot, and that is how the pangendrum became a thing. And really,
Wow.
it's just a pan that you beat on.
You know, you incorporated every single letter in that word. I am impressed about that because
exactly
with
how it
the
came
Squatulate, we were throwing letters out
Yeah.
for some of the definitions. So good job.
Yeah.
Do we
so
have?
Jan beat on a pan and it became a drum, and that's how it happens.
All right. So there's one possible definition. Do you want to place some safety bet on another definition in case that's not it?
You know you want to.
I know, I do want to. I really want to. I think that this word was invented by someone who, for one, had a bit of a speech impediment, and for two, was confused at like what the issues with like all the pandas were. Like, why does everyone care about so much and freaking out? So he decided whenever he would say panda, he would say it like panja.
Okay.
And he saw it as a conundrum, so he called it pangendrum.
Okay. Wow, you actually tied that together really well into a word. I'm actually impressed based on how you started. I'm impressed at how things have ended up.
That was
Yeah. So I can see that. I do hate it when people who can't talk correctly end up inventing words. It's just
Yeah.
the most annoying thing. I
It is-
don't know why the dictionary people let them invent words if they can't
It's
talk.
that's true. English
is
It's a real pangendrum, right?
Yeah. It's kind of frustrating, but that is the way that English happens.
Oh, sorry, I meant conundrum.
That's exactly how it happens.
Yeah.
We should get in touch with Merriam-Webster about that. And
Yeah.
Tell them to stop letting that happen. But
If Merriam-Webster's watching this live stream right now,
all right, so
Fix English,
we've
please.
got two really good breakdowns of this word over there. Do we have any
Sure he's dead.
other ideas?
what?
What do you got?
I got nothing.
Got nothing.
You got nothing?
That trumpet hurts my lips.
Let's go to Zach for now.
Okay.
Maybe we'll come back.
So, what I
did
see
try.
when I see the word pangendrum, or
I saw what
pangendrum,
Flint
or
called us.
however on earth you say that, I see pan and ndrum, as in conundrum, as
Okay,
in
yeah, we
you
got-
have an issue. So what I think is that you ever like wake up at like 3 in the morning because like some pans like fall over in the kitchen and then they like get
Combination of ours.
stuck kind of in between the shelves and you can't get them out, but it's like a habitual thing where it's not habitual, but it's like a thing that happens so often and it just drives you nuts.
At the beginning of your statement, I was going to say once, but then as you kept adding more qualifiers, I have to say I've never had that happen.
Really? Oh. Maybe I should see a doctor or a priest or something. I don't know.
But that would be what this word is?
Yes, so basically the issue of your pans just falling over in the middle of the night and getting stuck. And you can't, and like when you try it, they're like wedged
Habitually.
in there. Yes, habitually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, pangendrum. If the N was an M, I would be 100% on it. Right now, like 80%. So that's
Okay.
pretty good. Tristan, did that buy you enough time to think of anything?
Well, I know that pan usually refers to, usually means all, and I see drum and I think conundrum, so something to do with like an all-encompassing conundrum, and I
Wow.
don't know where Jan comes from. That's the best I
Okay.
could think of.
Yeah, I mean, bringing the
think
pan
Jan comes
into it
from
in that
accounting.
sense was something I wouldn't have thought of. All right. Well, there was a lot of recycling of the conundrum thing over here, but, you know, good minds think alike and everything. Let's see what the definition actually is
Get
for this word.
better.
Yeah, just like Edison thought a lot like Tesla.
Pangendrum is actually a self-important or pretentious person.
I don't know. It's pretty pretentious to name something after yourself after beating on it for a little bit.
I think Jan's pretty pretentious.
Yeah, I do think both the things that they said over here were more specific to people than anything you guys said, because yours was like something that keeps happening and an issue, which is pretty abstract. Both of theirs were about specific person making up a word. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to them on that one. The Squirtle Squad. What was it?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles. Squirtle Squad is fine too.
Squirtle Squad,
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. And what's our third
Let's see,
word?
in the
Another
original
acronym.
Pokemon
Man,
series.
we went all out with the acronyms this year. IHA. IHA. And we were starting with Team 1, which was our, what was it? Something about percussion.
Noise Boys.
Noise Boys. What does IHA stand for?
I don't know, what does IHA stand for?
Well, I thought of something that I can't say on the stream.
Oh. They don't say it on the screen?
I'm not gonna say it.
Make it something better.
I'm sorry.
IHA, well, you know, you see I in a lot of acronyms, and it traditionally stands for international. A can be an association, but here I think it means alliance, as in, you know, you're banding together to fight a particular cause. And I think the H can be many different things. I'm trying to think of what it could be.
Okay. What are some words to start with H that people could rally around?
Rally around. You know, I feel like a lot of people like to be happy, but they don't get to be happy. So the people that bring them down are the haters.
Oh.
So it's an alliance of people who really want to hate on the haters.
You went the opposite direction I thought you were going with.
Well, you know, they like to be deceptive.
So this is the International Hater Alliance.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. What do they, Tristan, do we need more time to go with something, or are we? Okay, so what do Zach, what do the International Hater Alliance people do at their meetings?
They pull up pictures of known haters.
Okay.
And they hate on them.
Oh, they hate on the haters.
They hate on the haters,
They're hating
yeah.
on themselves.
Occasionally they dab on them too, but it's mainly just a hate, you know, just generalized, you know.
Okay. All right. So yeah, do they hate on anyone outside the haters, or do they just keep it within them?
Those are kind of the fringe, like the extremists that think, oh, you should just hate everyone else, but it's like, that's not what they're about. Love, you know. Hence the
hate. Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hence the alliance part of it. They're all together.
Okay, so it's actually quite poetic that
Yes.
they band together over something that is on the outside you'd think would drive people away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I got one.
Tristan, we've been talking for a while now. You don't have anything at all.
I don't think so. I'm
Making
trying
me
to
do
put
all the
something
work.
together and it's just
Okay.
not happening.
You know what? This isn't part of the official rules, but since I'm such a nice host, I'll go to the other team right now, and then later we'll come back if you have something.
Yeah, neither of us are ready. He's up.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. I think we might have some International Hater Alliance over here. That was a jerk move. All right, which one of you guys wants to go first over here for what IHA might stand for?
You go for it. Why not?
Want me to go first?
Yep.
I have acronyms.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. I like the sort of meta,
Meta self-referentialism.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, well, being a little bit more logical, I guess. I'd like to go with the Inclusive Homeowners Association.
Inclusive Homeowners Association. What makes them so inclusive?
They accept anybody, whether it's a rich fancy house or just like a tiny house.
Okay, but
anything like
they
that.
do have to be a homeowner to be part of it.
Yep.
Okay.
Whether
but it's
you-
not
whether
just
it's-
like,
whether
it's
it's
not
like-
homeowners who are inclusive. It's just
It's so inclusive that simply the fact that you believe it's a house, whatever you have, you can be part of it.
okay. So like if you got a cardboard box and like this is my house, your organization is inclusive, so
Yep.
you can be in there.
Just got to fill out the form to make
Do you have a
it.
question about this?
Yeah. Does it have to be your house?
Well, if it's a home, I'll let you answer.
Yes.
Okay.
There can't be any legal
Homeowners
disputes over it.
Association.
Oh, okay. Then all right. I just wanted to.
So you file
Check.
it under their association, and if anybody else tries to take it, it's no go.
Okay.
I can see where the confusion came from because only the letters are written up there, not the whole word.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah. All right.
That's
and coming back
understandable.
over, Tristan. Do you have anything?
I think I almost have something.
Okay. Why don't you start talking and we'll see where it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, that's fine. We can just drop it.
Alright, I'm thinking internal hormonal abstraction.
Internal what?
Hormonal abstraction.
Internal hormonal abstraction. Okay.
Something
No, I
to
want to
do-
see where this goes.
It's like something to do with the level of abstraction of hormones.
All right. So what do you think the word abstraction means?
Well, I've learned like with programming,
Right.
levels of abstraction. It's how detailed everything is, what the coder is seeing, what.
You said enough. You answered my first question of does this person know what abstraction means? You clearly do know what abstraction means. So how are hormones abstracted? And how is that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. All right,
doing
so that's
great.
where it starts to fall off the rails a little bit.
That's where they get abstract.
Yeah, I mean, you could go that route with it and kind of try and blame it on its own definition for not making sense. Do you want me
I
to
don't
keep-
understand my.
We can keep going back and forth. Okay. Let's see what the definition is for this. IHA. I hate acronyms.
Well,
I was thinking that. I was thinking that. I just didn't want to use hate because he used it.
well, my first thought was I hate something, but it was not acronyms.
Yours was the haters.
He got
thing.
Yes,
two
he
little
ended-
words.
Wait, what was?
I
yours?
said I have acronyms.
That's one
I was one
letter.
letter off.
Oh, come on!
One letter.
Come on!
One letter.
No, that's
Come on, man.
Really, I feel bad about stacking the points so early in the game, but
Oh, the
What's
chat
that?
wins this round.
Oh boys.
oh,
The chat already said, I hate acronyms.
it's a good thing we don't have the chat on screen, or else.
I didn't see it. Did you
Thank
see
you
it?
for
I didn't
whoever's
see the
participating.
chat.
Glad you're having a good time guessing our words better than us. Of course, they also have the internet. They're already
Yep.
on, so
Oh, well.
might have looked it up. I don't know.
We may never know.
Who was it? What's the username?
Is
Aston?
it the... What's the... What?
Give them a shout out by a username. What's their nerdonthestreet.com handle? Nothing. Okay.
All right, well.
So I am gonna have to give it to these guys on the Squirtle Squad for
Teenage
I don't
Mutant
blame
Ninja.
After all the work I
I don't
did.
have
so
the two
close.
go.
It was.
I don't.
I
There's
really
a lot
feel
of classic
bad.
shows I haven't seen.
It was partially like if he had had a full definition, then maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't.
but,
I don't
like,
blame.
It's like a definition and a half, and theirs was so close. I just have to.
We-
You guys can still bring it back. There's 3 more games.
This is true. This is true.
So
You and me, we need to watch
Oh
Who's
my
Line Is It
wa
Anyway?
mo shinderu.
just
I don't think that's the
like,
problem.
That was
Or
all
that,
one
or
game.
that.
We just already
I have watched
leading.
plenty of that.
I've stopped watching on the spot now, but the first like 100 episodes or so were pretty
Hey,
good. The ones that I watched.
Let Lacey live her life, all right?
All right.
There's a lot.
Lacey
So,
has supported this stream. You let her be.
Yeah, let our chat be, everyone. Yeah, we are ready. Game 2 is Think About It. This is the word where I'm going to pick a team to go first, and for their prompt, they're going to answer one word at a time, back and forth between the two teammates.
I believe.
At any point in time, I can ring the bell, and at that point, the other team gets to interject a word. Be sure to make eye contact and figure out who is going to say the word every time it happens, so you don't have to stall a whole bunch. And I personally, as a host, prefer that
I
the
wanna
word
look
you interject
that way.
makes grammatical sense. Not all hosts require that. I prefer it because I think it makes the sentences run better. So grammatical sense, logical sense doesn't have to be there, but
Alright.
grammatical just makes it easier to get
Alright, sure.
back on track.
That's going to make it hard.
Possible.
That's fine.
So what's our first prompt for Think About It? And this is starting with Team 2.
How to stay awake.
Wow, this is fair. This is
Wow, this-
relevant.
How to stay awake.
This is surprising.
Very. We might need this here in a few hours. Yeah, we're well on our way with the Mountain Dew. We will go ahead and since you're drinking the Mountain Dew, you're clearly on top of everything.
Yeah?
Crap.
I'm on top of this couch.
Since he was drinking the Mountain Dew first, he's clearly more on top of everything, and we're going to start with him for this game. So you'll go first, back and forth between the two teammates. Let me get a timer ready. We'll go 90 seconds. Or did Helen set it for 2 minutes?
Oh, we're starting.
Do you guys want 2 minutes or 90 seconds? It's up to you.
You know what? 90 seconds.
90
sounds good, man.
seconds? All right.
Seconds?
All right.
All right. I can do
All right, so back and forth. Ready, set, go.
First,
You
should
probably
drink
some... Oh.
Some is fine.
Espresso.
Then
Help some. Okay.
No, that's
with
Some...
milk.
because
It...
tastes
Pretty...
good.
Pretty.
awful.
Okay.
And
By...
comparison,
A...
coffee
without
any
Cream.
will
Taste.
better.
So.
Finally
Espresso.
will
And
Your.
sleepiness.
You have 14 more seconds. You could just.
So.
Keep
Drinking
that
espresso.
a lot.
Yes.
a lot, yes.
This is
All
why
right.
we
We finished
That's
it.
a
We
lot.
finished the prompt.
That's
broke
why we
the
did 90
rules.
seconds.
At the very end, you broke the rules because a lot is 2 words.
It is.
You said it, not me. What are you looking at me for?
You said a
You
lot.
said it.
Did I really?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys, on the other hand, you know, when you interject a word, that's your opportunity to screw them up. Like you say something that doesn't
Yeah,
make
you really
sense.
helped us
I,
out there.
I was trying to think of a way to screw them up. I couldn't think of anything,
There
so I
was
wasn't
so
gonna do
much
this.
synergy between you guys. I feel like this was like a rigged stage. It was so like it fit together so.
So how did I end that?
Yes,
did
it
I
was
end
rigged
it
by
with?
bringing me up here.
I don't even remember. How did that end?
You're doing fine.
How did that end? Drink espresso a lot because
Yeah.
Drink
Things that
espresso
taste
lots.
bad. We've already. You almost made Beverly. I thought you were going with whatever. Making whatever
I
concoction
ended
you
it
had.
too fast.
I would never recommend Beverly to anyone.
No.
Yeah.
I care about you too much.
Okay, so that was pretty
Beverly,
solid.
but I
And
wasn't gonna drink.
yeah, given how well it worked, it's gonna be hard to beat that. But let's give the other team a chance here.
Yes.
What is their prompt for us? Think about it. How to
How
play
to play
chess.
chess.
Okay.
Oh boy. You've played chess
Easier
before,
on
right?
some levels, but
All
much
right.
more
All right.
I'll take
Then we're good to go.
in-depth
I'll
on
take
other
the first
levels.
one.
All right. Who of you is
Got
better at
nothing,
chess?
just like anything else right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never played you at chess.
Make
I've
a
never played it.
surface level judgment.
I
right
think
now.
I can count the number of times I played my first game of chess when I was, I think, like 9 or 10, and I can count on one hand how many games of chess I've ever won.
Can you name all the
can't do that.
pieces?
Okay.
You go. Real question.
So we'll start with
I
Zach,
can't, that one's
and
Frank.
we'll go one word at a
That
time,
one's
back and forth, 90
Dave.
seconds. When I
That's
ring the bell, you
Julie.
guys be prepared.
Can name all the pieces. Give them all.
On your
names.
mark, get set, go.
First,
You,
place
your
Cards.
in
the
box
of
cards.
then
You
move
your
pawn
up
1
Space.
next.
You take the next one.
you
Take
your
rook.
and
Move
it
up.
a
Level. Star Trek
Because
fans are laughing.
Yeah.
a
3
level
chess
board
has
Okay. All right. Man.
just keep making it harder.
I'm sorry.
That's
Oh,
all right.
with the 3D chess, huh?
That's how to play real chess.
You know, despite the fact that you guys
Double-worded.
didn't quite finish, I could tell you were really close. Like you literally just had a couple more words.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the laughter, like
If it was-
slowing you down, it would have gotten there.
If we had 2 minutes, we would have been good.
And your answer actually made just as much sense as theirs, and they gave you harder interjections
That's
than
true.
you gave to them. So I'm actually gonna give you guys points for this game.
Give me the back. Yeah.
I'll take that.
The Noize Boize are on the board.
On the board. Good place
On
to
the
It's
be.
spot.
actually on the spot.
I beat you to it.
Got him.
All right.
5 points for the pun.
What? No! That's official.
Yeah, it's official.
I made it first. No. I made it first.
Don't argue with the host. He can take points away.
Oh,
Don't
this is.
give him any ideas.
It's over, Zachary. We
I
have the high
actually
ground.
did. I'm gonna have to review the footage later. I apologize if I did miss a pun somewhere, but I mean it's about the time.
I
of the
made it
call.
like literally
If
half a
there's a
second before
5-point
he
difference,
made
we
it.
will go to a video review.
All right.
We're gonna
I
win.
mean, there might be
I know.
on the Nerd of the Street wiki page for this show. We'll note a post episode change of the score if that ends up affecting the outcome. But we'll see what happens. Game 3 is gonna be Come Again.
Hello?
Chat's
Yeah.
rocking
Good.
out. I'm glad.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I'm glad chat found the emoticons.
Oh no.
We've
Oh,
we've
no.
got some decent
Wonderful.
emoticons on.
I see Helen
our
has
website.
started a revolution.
There is a guitar emoticon that is built into our content management system. Yeah.
I love it.
Can I get 23 guitar emoticons exactly in the chat? Thank you.
Exactly 23. So they'll work on that. We're gonna play our next game. It's Come Again. This is where
24.
you're gonna go line by line, alternate between teammates, acting out whatever prompt you get. When I ring the bell, you have to repeat your line and you have to keep tweaking it or changing it until I'm happy with it. At which point I'll stop ringing the bell and you can
All right.
continue.
I've seen this one before.
Yeah, this is
Were
one of my
you
favorite games
watching
to
when
play
they
as a
played it
host,
earlier?
personally.
It
So we'll
looks
see.
fun. I'm
So
probably
we're gonna
not
have a
gonna
dialogue, and when he rings the bell, you have to say whatever your last sentence was, but you have to change it somehow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try.
You'll see how it goes. So
gonna be great.
let's see what our first prompt is for this game. So we're back to Team 1, Noize Boize.
Yeah, watch how they
And
do it.
person A is a bank teller. Person B is robbing the bank. Which of you would be more likely to rob a bank?
All right.
So-
He's not wrong.
Yes, thank you,
Thank you,
Lacey.
Lacey,
Perfect.
for the emojis.
Lacey, you are a champion amongst the chatters.
Can we get 23 claps?
No, 24 claps.
No, yeah.
25.
I think I counted that right.
All right. Well,
They're gonna have to move out of the chat room and into the forums on that website if they get to too many emojis. They're gonna fill up the entire box.
Boy.
So yeah,
Forums are
Tristan's
just
gonna be the
emojis.
teller, Zach's gonna be the robber, and we'll see how this conversation goes here. We're gonna start with the robber. So like we're gonna pretend the teller just said, "Oh, how can I help you, robber? This is you're up." So let me set 90 seconds here,
All right.
real quick.
I was ready to go.
Ready?
Ready, set, go.
Put the money in the bag.
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
I'm in a hurry. I don't want to hurt anyone. Just put the money in the bag.
All right. Just don't hurt me.
All
Don't
right.
hurt me. Don't touch me. Don't squeeze me.
Why would I squeeze you? I'm holding the bag with one hand and the gun with another.
I just don't like being squeezed, man.
Well, then I won't squeeze you. I will not wrap my hands around your neck and bring them closer together, cutting off your airways. If you don't, put the money in the bag. No, if you do put the money in the bag.
Wait, do I put the money in the bag?
Yes,
or
you
not?
put the money in the bag.
Okay, I'll put the money
Or
in
I'll
the
squeeze
bag.
your neck.
No, don't squeeze my neck.
Well, then put the money in the bag,
I
see?
can't put the money in the bag.
All right.
I'm getting the money out of the gun.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you. How do you unlock that there register?
I don't really know it.
You what?
Come on, teller, do your job. How do you unlock the
I'm not
register?
very good at my job.
I can tell. Hey, let me see if I can help you out there. What of these buttons opens it? Is it that one right there?
It might be.
Yeah. What happens if I click it? What just happened? I can't see what happened.
I don't know, man. I think you just messed up the numbers.
What?
All right, that's time.
That was abuse of Tristan.
You broke him.
You
You
almost
broke the bank
broke-
teller.
You almost broke him as much as this breaks Helen.
Man, he seemed just as distressed as a real bank teller would be in that situation.
Dead. He's not coming back
That's
from
it.
that. He probably died in real life when you did that to him.
Wow.
All right.
So,
Man.
I think that from now on, if any of us ever mention being a teller and squeezing the neck to Tristan, he's gonna die.
Don't say that when I'm about to take a drink.
All right.
I like how Holland was nonchalantly walking over here and we all
This
did
is the only way to be on stream.
Yeah.
It's instant.
You
All
did
right.
good. Bring it. You did great.
Good job.
I'm
did
so
great.
proud
was-
of you.
That was a very good
I
round.
I did.
All right. And now Team 2 gets to go. Try following up that act. Your prompt is going to be person A has just been pulled over by person B, who is a police officer.
I'd be pulled over. You're the police officer.
I'm the police
Okay,
officer.
they decided it for me. So Adam is the police officer. Brendan is getting pulled over. Not sure why. We'll start with the cop talking because you get pulled over, you roll your window down, he walks up, and here's what he says. 90 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, go.
Sir, do you know how fast you were going?
5 above the speed limit. 10 above the speed limit. 50 above the speed limit. A good 2 miles per hour above the speed limit.
Now, sir, I clocked you with my radar, and you were going at least 30 over.
Oh, shoot. I must have missed the speed limit sign when it changed.
Sir, it's been the same speed limit for the past 50 miles.
I've been driving for more than 50 miles.
How many miles have you been driving, sir?
100. 56. 87. 87 miles to this exact spot where you pulled me over. For going 2 over the speed limit.
Sir, are you driving under the influence?
I've had 1 drink. I've had 3 drinks. I've had a few more than 1 drink.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to...
I didn't actually tell you that. Don't worry.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle so I can have you take a breath test.
That can't happen. I'm paralyzed. I'm crippled.
Sir, if you're driving the car, how are you driving if you're crippled?
My baby's doing it for me. I have a second pair of legs.
Then I would suggest using those to walk out of the car, sir.
Oh, man, that was pretty decent. Nice.
You just bullied one person. I never had to repeat a line.
Yeah, no, it really depends on who gives lines that are easy to have to redo, and numbers really do it, but they're also easy to deal with when you're ready.
Right.
So we're really not sure how much faster over the speed limit you're going. We're not sure how far you were going or how many drinks you had. We do know that it is going to be difficult for you to get out of the car. Huh?
What?
87 miles from here to Rolla.
Huh.
Why you said 87 wasn't
Yep.
Oh, good enough.
Well done.
Nice behind the scenes there on improv.
Thank you, Helen, for
Easter
informing
egg.
us that it is 87 miles from here to Rolla.
Whew, those were both really good rounds. You guys made me laugh a lot harder. Just because of, it's kind of a double-edged thing, because they did kind of worse, but a lot of yours were the numbers, which are easier to deal with. So yeah, we'll get the points to Noize Boize on that one.
That works too.
All right, and game 4, this is one that I have never hosted for or played myself.
with this.
I think I've seen one episode of On the Spot with this.
I can do that.
This was they added this around the time I stopped watching. So this is a game called Fortunately Unfortunately. All right, let me try and explain it as the host. If I get it wrong, correct me.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we give you a situation where you're having a conversation about something, and the gimmick is one of you has to start every sentence with fortunately, the other one has to start every sentence with unfortunately. Mm-hmm. All right, is that it?
Yep.
Is there any
You
bell?
just kind of have to rebound off of what each other says.
Okay.
So like,
continue a story, basically.
Any bell at all?
It's like continuing a story.
No bell. I don't ring the bell for anything. Okay.
Is the
it's
can
just
half
time-based.
full or half empty?
Kirsten texted me. Kirsten texted me, do you know the rules?
It's like an
no,
Optimus
Kirsten, I do
Pessimist
not.
thing.
But they're
it'd be,
explaining
like,
it to
it'd be
me.
like if they go, fortunately, they got in the car. Unfortunately, the car had no tires.
Like,
Right.
for example,
Fortunately,
like, the story
it
could
had
be, like,
different
continuation,
alternative
like,
tires.
little-
Fortunately, it was a
So you're
hover
kind of
car.
screwing
Yeah.
yourselves over with every
See, you
line
got
how to
it.
get
He's
out
already
of it.
doing it.
Okay.
So is
okay.
it like where one person just does fortunately, the other person
a
does
professional.
unfortunately?
Yeah, it never switches. One person is the fortunate.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, Optimus Pessimist. That's why I went with the can half full.
That makes sense.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Probably.
So let's see what our first
Fortunately,
I don't know.
prompt
We'll
is for
figure
this.
it out.
So team 2, which is the
Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles. Even I know that.
just assign one person for fortunately and unfortunately. All right,
Oh, yeah,
Kirsten's
you're gonna
texting me the rules.
What do you want to do?
Hang on. So your team wakes up on a deserted island with amnesia. Now, which one of you is the more glass half full type person? is what I want to know. Which one of you is more negative?
You want to be fortunate?
Yeah, you be.
I can be unfortunate.
Okay. So Brendan is a ball of sunshine, and he is just looking for
Wow, thanks.
something fortunate about this situation. Adam is really distressed about the whole thing and is wanting to know what's going on and is not having a very good time, starting everything with unfortunately. We'll start with
Do I
fortunately,
look stressed?
and we'll go 90 seconds on the clock.
Nice.
Ready, set, go.
Fortunately, it's a wonderful island filled with everything you'd ever need in life.
Unfortunately, it has panthers.
Fortunately, you know how to hunt panthers.
Unfortunately, I forgot.
Fortunately, you have the internet so you can relearn how to.
Unfortunately, I don't. We're on a deserted island.
Fortunately, you can read the manual that's right next to you that tells you how to. Because I said it had everything you needed on that island.
Unfortunately, I forgot how to read.
Fortunately, you're just gonna do some test cases and see what happens.
Unfortunately, my hands are broken.
Fortunately, you can handle a rifle with your feet.
Unfortunately, we don't have a rifle.
Fortunately, you're gonna craft a bow and arrow out of some sticks and stones.
Unfortunately, I have a useless partner on this island.
Fortunately, you don't have to care about him. You can go to the other side of the island.
Unfortunately, that side of the island has bears.
Fortunately, you can split the one safe half of the island, but go to the other separate ends of that. Because it's a big island.
Unfortunately, I don't understand fractions.
Fortunately, if you have...
Whoa, we got under a skin at the very end there. Nice. Nice.
It's a fourth! It's a fourth!
You did a decent job incorporating the amnesia into everything, forgetting how to do everything.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
we have
that
amnesia.
works.
That's the point.
That's fair.
All right. Let's see what the other team has to deal with. Your team is stuck in a car teetering on the edge of a cliff. Even more dire. Now, which one of you is more positive?
I guess me.
Who has fewer electrons?
So we're gonna start with this time. Let's start with the unfortunately. It'll be like Zach's just pretending nothing's wrong, and you're gonna break it to him that we are in fact teetering on the edge of a cliff, and there's some downsides to that. So
You're helping them. You're just straight up helping them.
well, I'm just letting them know what they're
To
doing.
be fair, you won 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
To be fair,
By
you
our
just
own
won-
well-
you just
skill.
won 2 games in a row. What?
To be won,
Alright,
you stole
alright,
5
alright.
bonus points from me.
Starting with the
That's
unfortunately.
under debate still.
You got 90 seconds. Ready, set, go.
That's on you.
Wait, is it?
No, you're unfortunate.
You
Who's
start
on first?
with
Here,
fortunately.
do
Let me
you want to
restart it.
Yeah, you start with fortunately, right?
I'll allow it.
I thought you said start with unfortunate.
You start
You're
with
starting with
fortunately.
unfortunate. What are you talking
Wait,
about?
what?
I just said
Yeah,
he's
that's what
breaking
I'm
the bad
saying.
news.
That's why I was
Oh
like-
no, I missed that part.
I started with fortunately.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but
Yes.
on theirs,
Okay,
they started with
start.
unfortunate because
I'm
You
sorry.
got it.
Secondly.
It's
I
understandable.
came up with a unique storyline fitting each of the scenarios on the spot, mind you.
All right.
All right. You guys good now?
Yes.
All right, ready, set, go.
Unfortunately, we are about to die.
Fortunately, we will have a beautiful view to die to.
Unfortunately, I don't like this view.
Fortunately, you can look at this picture of a view that you love instead.
Unfortunately, I don't like that view either.
Well, fortunately, I don't care what you like or don't like, because we're gonna die anyway, so that's okay.
Unfortunately, that makes me feel even worse.
Fortunately, your displeasure makes me very, very pleased.
Unfortunately, that just makes me feel even worse.
Fortunately, I have no feelings, so none of this matters.
This got real evil.
Unfortunately, I do have feelings for you.
Well, fortunately, I'm a sociopath with no sense of empathy.
Unfortunately, I'm about to die with a sociopath.
Fortunately, I'm also a serial killer, so I can put you out of your misery before we die by, gravity and all that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Of all the
All right.
turns, I thought that could have
I was losing
taken.
it.
You
Not
guys
that one.
were a lot more creative with
That's
it.
the most depressing 90-second fall to your death.
Yeah, it really was.
It was very tragic.
You seemed to almost swap. You had the fortunately person talking about all these negative things.
I think I know why the car ended up on the edge.
Because he's riding with the sociopath who
Man,
wants to kill him.
who?
And himself, apparently. I don't know.
That's a really tough one. I think
Send it out.
you guys, like I said, you went a more creative direction with it in terms of not letting yourself be boxed in by the prompt. But on the other hand, you guys stuck to the prompt more, and also had less dead air, which is I guess, a skill in improv. So I'm leaning toward you guys.
But
Still open
improv
to-
is about dealing with the unexpected in unexpected ways, which is what we did.
You know what's unexpected?
What?
Panthers.
That's
Correct.
Panthers are unexpected.
You know what else is unexpected?
Finding out
Say
that
it.
the person you're about to murder is secretly
Say
in love
it.
with you.
Say it.
Say it.
It's got you there.
Say it.
Amnesia.
The Dark Descent.
It's unexpected because you won't be thinking of it.
Yeah. Well, you're okay.
All right,
You
we're
know
gonna
what else
wrap
is
it up
unexpected?
here
All right. Yeah. Please.
by giving points to Ninja Squirtles. I remember the name.
Yeah.
All right, so add those up, please. And whenever he's done with that, we'll take a look at. I honestly don't know. I gave you guys like all of the first game, but then you
Yeah.
guys won a bunch. So it depends on what the point totals are for these games that will decide this, and maybe that 5 bonus points if that makes sense.
I would also like to point out that nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I expected it.
Easy points. Not real points. These are fake points. They're
I
Canadian.
mean, the points don't matter.
Nobody expects 17 guitar emojis in the chat.
23. Thank you very much.
17 guitar emojis, please.
It was 23.
No, I said 17.
Do we have? All right, Alex, what was our score?
So, Noize Boize right now are at 50. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles, 125.
What?
Oh, wow.
How much was the last game worth, out of curiosity? Yeah, just the last one. Fortunately, unfortunately.
Oh,
Whoa.
What? Doing the points.
Okay,
How
hey,
many points
aren't
does
you guys glad you got a host who watches out for you? Make sure everything is fair here.
Yes.
You know, we are at
Well-
the end of the game too, right? Does someone want to just hit the space bar and make sure there's not another? We played 4 games, right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Activate the space bar. Stop having it be off.
Open the country. Stop having it be closed.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the
You gonna
space bar.
activate the space? Yeah, please. Great.
Yeah, that's the end.
Sad.
Almost a Portal
Ba
reference.
ba
or
ba 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 ba.
That was totally supposed to be a Portal reference.
Wait, what was?
You'll buy. Dang it! I messed up the line. You want to see me? Buy a telescope. I'm in space.
Space.
I don't.
Space.
Think, I don't-
Space. Wanna go to space?
I don't
Let's go to
think
space.
we're in
You want to go to
space.
space?
Oh,
Wanna go to
space.
Oh, space.
We're on the Earth, and the Earth.
Okay, we
This
got
is
we have
space.
revised
So therefore,
We
are
50 to
are
65,
in
and who was it?
space.
Okay.
50 to 65.
I'll
All
accept
right.
that.
wow.
That
I
is
will,
more than the 5 points. You will
Yeah.
what?
but I still think we deserve the 5 points because I made the joke right before.
All right,
you
go for it.
All right,
Have
we
it.
will go
Have it.
ahead and move 55, 65.
No, 55.
No,
55,
55,
60.
60.
Yeah, 50.
Did you give us the 5 points for the pun already?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those would get transferred to them, so it
I'd
would
like
go to
point out,
55,
I don't
60.
care either way.
So 60, 55.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
It's a
all.
close
Yeah,
score
I
of
mean,
60,
I-
55.
It's a
I don't care
closer
either way.
defeat.
I'm just glad I made it through this without dying.
You did
I
good.
don't know. I think
That
you
was-
died
Better
in
than
that,
expected.
You
that
did
thanks
kinda
teller one. I'm
die.
pretty
That
sure you
thing rubber
died.
killed you.
I'll be
You fell
honest.
Off the edge of a cliff.
I'll be honest.
I mean,
He said the
we
pun
never
before
heard
me.
the end of those
What?
stories.
You said the pun before me. You get
It's kind of
Thank
up to, it's kind of up to the listener's discretion.
So we only lost by 5 points instead of 15. So
Cool. All right.
I mean, it's a lot better than losing by like 75.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
yeah.
No, because
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
did the math.
I mean, that's
Thanks.
happened legitimately before though too.
Yeah.
Where it's just that, one-sided. But thank you everyone for tuning into On the Spot here. Let me check. We are running early a little bit, which is a good thing. So let me check what's next. Flash games is next. Anyone want to play some Flash games? And then, all right, in a little bit we'll have something special. But we'll do Flash games for a little while, and Yeah, so we're going to break right now. I'll put the video on. Then these guys will be playing Flash games. If you want to do your Club Penguins or your RuneScapes, like those count. If you want to do simpler stuff like Agger, I put WebGL on there. That's the newer stuff like Agger.io or like Snake Games Online or whatever. You know, Cool Math Games is one, like the original one we did in 2015. So just whatever you want to do. People did QWOP last year. So yeah, just
Repeat
load
that
up.
first game you said.
What's that?
What was the first game you said?
Which one?
Just say them all again.
I said Club Penguin.
Oh god, that's
RuneScape,
well,
Agger.
Club Penguin no longer exists. So
Yeah,
we
did
need
they
to
not
pay,
make the private
we
server
need
for
to
it?
pay.
Did
We
they
need,
not make the private server for
Club
it?
Penguin rewritten is a thing.
Like, is it up now?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
like
cool.
I was playing it last
resurrected,
year.
boys.
I was playing it like last year. It's up. Everyone gets the member benefits. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that
I
is
had that
crucial
experience
information.
with Toontown when it got discontinued and then rewritten came along. It's
Hey.
like now everyone gets all the features. It's
Right.
like
Just
almost
so you
better.
all know, they flipped the iceberg.
I do believe they did that.
Okay,
It
so
was
we will
official.
be back with Flash games in a few minutes. Thank you everyone for playing and thanks for tuning in. Keep donating. This is for the kids.
Woo! Woo!